Hello. How is everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody's having a good Saturday. Let me see. Who have I got with me here so far? We've got, my boy Horror Orman is here. What's up, sir? We got Russell Thomas here. We got Matt, Dream Emulator. How you doing, sir? We have got Ghosty here. Happy Saturday to you. We got Gail. We've got Horror Collector 87 from Down Under. How's everything going down under? Movie Fan is here. Chew Bubblegum is here. Keely Hazel's here. Erica is here. RJ Skarinky is here. What's up, RJ? Hey, what's up, Foz? How you doing, sir? What's up, Derek? Hope y'all are doing good. Hope y'all have had a good weekend so far. How's everybody's Saturday been? Nothing really on the agenda. I just thought we could hang out and shoot the bull for a little bit. Just talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. There's a couple of things I want to talk about. And I'm going to try this, and y'all let me know. I want to play just some chill music in the background and really get the vibes, the vibes chill here. So if it's at all intrusive, just let me know. But I've got it turned down pretty low, so I don't know. We'll see. Let me know. What's up, Chris? How you doing? Weekend's going good so far. Very nice. Very nice. DVD Bonkers, what's up? How are you? Is 4K better or does it make everything look worse for being so detailed? 4K is much better. 4K is much, much better. Much, much better. Yeah. 4K is the ultimate format as of right now. Hello and thanks from Stacy. Does B-Movie Mike plan a return? You know what? I don't know. I've actually not spoken with Mike in a while, but I hope he's doing well. Mike's a good guy. Thank you, Mary. Appreciate the kind words. You'd like to know Mike's thoughts on the new Sam Raimi movie? I don't know. I don't know which way he'd go on that one. I've actually not seen it yet, so I can't tell if he'd be all about it or not. Very hot in Australia. It's 102 degrees Fahrenheit. Good Lord. Good Lord. I've been telling everybody over here to stay warm because we're in winter over here, and it's been a wild winter. But you stay cool down under. Just call 4K ultra high def. Blu-ray is high def. 4K is ultra high def. Yes, Jeremy is in fact 100% the Taco Man. There's no disputing that. What's up, Chris? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing good. I've not seen Send Help yet. I have not. What's up, Ben? Favorite halftime show? I don't know if I have a favorite halftime show, to be honest. None of them really stick out to me. Prince's was pretty good. I've not actually watched the Super Bowl in many, many years. I just don't really care. Don't care about the commercials. They've not really had anybody do a halftime show that I care about. So just not even watched the Super Bowl in many years. But hope you're doing good, man. Did you ever get Jeremy his cherry Coke? Yes. Jeremy. Jeremy is I was going to say he's a little spoiled. He is extremely spoiled. He gets pretty much whatever he wants. So I made him work for that cherry Coke though. But that's an example of when Jeremy asks you a question, even though that wasn't really a question, that was a demand. He wants an answer. And if he doesn't get an answer, he'll repeat himself until he gets an answer. So he is very persistent. And, he demands an answer. Really hoping this year we get a Near Dark 4K. It's been talked about for so long. Yeah. I don't know what the holdup is for that one. No idea what the holdup is for that one. But definitely needs a 4K. In the process of building a new horror movie room. Any tips? Oh, man. So what I've discovered, one of my issues is space, and especially when it comes to my physical media collection. So I would make space a priority. And by that I mean use the space, fill that space with the stuff that you really love. You know what I mean? Don't just put stuff to put stuff, There is a fine line between being a collector and being a hoarder. And I've recently had to go back and just, if it's a movie that I've not watched in a long time, or if it's a movie that I have no desire to rewatch anytime in the near future, I've pulled it to make room for new stuff. And I've pulled a bunch of stuff. So, but I would prioritize space. And you don't want it to look cluttered. You want to keep it clean, and that's always an issue. I dusted and cleaned today, and it took me an hour to get everything down here. So, and less stuff means less stuff to clean too. So, prioritize space. What's up, Entertainment Wizard? How you doing, sir? Remember the one time they had an Indiana Jones stage show No, I don't remember that. I don't remember that at all. Definitely going to see Scream 7. Yep, Jeremy's had that one on the schedule for ever since it was announced. So, and we will be there opening weekend for that one. No doubt about it. Hey, Zombie Girl, how you doing? Hope you're good. Hope you're having a good weekend. I'm not really up on Gene Wilder, unfortunately. Once you get beyond like Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, that's exhausted my knowledge of Gene Wilder, unfortunately. I've actually never seen Kenny and Company. Never seen that one. I used to like the commercials. Been a while since I've watched for it, though. Doesn't seem to mean as much as it did. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Phil? How you doing, sir? Hope you're having a good weekend. Hearing there's a new Cherry Coke float out. Yes, there is a, I believe is it at Sonic? I think it's at Sonic, right? Pretty sure it is. See, I don't know. I mean, Jeremy is very particular and he sticks to what he knows and what he likes. So I don't know if I asked him, do you want a Cherry Coke float? He'd be like, no, Cherry Coke. But if I got him one and just gave it to him, he'd probably down it, you know. But he's got his routine. He sticks to what he knows. And, that's his thing. Yes, Jeremy is very excited for Scream 7. Yeah, the Night Flyer has definitely, it's gone up, the list of my most wanted physical releases. Since so many of my list has been, we've been able to mark those off. But the thing about the Night Flyer is Richard Rubinstein. And you remember how long Richard Rubinstein sat on Dawn of the Dead before that second site release? I don't know why he's sitting on the Night Flyer, because I'm sure there's been inquiries into giving it a new physical release, and I don't know. Great movie, though. I don't know if I've seen any Damian McCarthy movies. I don't know. Let me look him up real quick. Let me see. Oh, crap. That's Oddity. That's the Oddity and Caveat guy. I can't believe I totally blanked on his name. Yes, I love Caveat, and I absolutely loved Oddity. That was my favorite movie that came out last year, I think. But yeah, Hokum. Definitely looking forward to Hokum. 100%. Yep. Totally blanked on his name, though. I was like, Damien, what? What's up, Twisted Trucker? How you doing? What's up, The Lone Coyote? Am I interested in the new Dracula movie? I've already seen it. I saw it like last year. It's been out in Europe for a long time. And I saw it. I didn't go to Europe to see it, but I saw it last year. I wasn't... It's not great. It's not great. So, Luc Besson made some really weird choices with that one. I don't know. Not great. Not great. What's up, Corey? Happy Saturday to you. An actor you like that's not very good, but you like them still? Wow. Wow. I can't answer that. I mean, a large part of the Super Bowl commercials are released before the game now. Yeah. Yeah. You helped a friend move today. Found out you're you're sore from all that. Yeah, yeah. I feel you. I feel you. Ever seen Demon Warp? That sounds familiar. That sounds familiar. I don't know. A lot of movies with demon in the title. What's up with the new Friday the 13th box set? Are you talking about the one that's coming out, the German release? Because that got announced yesterday, and there's 3 different versions. Let's take a look at them if you guys want to. There's probably not a lot of probably, I don't know. It's an odd set, I think. But let's take a peek at it here. When I first saw the photos from it, why is that like that? When I first saw the pictures of the box set, I was like, is this real? Like, because some of the images looked very AI. And I tried to do some research into it, and I really couldn't find anything. All I could find was that it was being released by a company called Film Runner, which I'd never heard of Film Runner before. And when I looked them up, they had a website, but it was like one of those under construction, opening soon things on the landing page. And I was like, what? But anyway, it's happening. This is jpc.de. And they want basically $350 US for it. But what's interesting about this one, I think, is the box that it comes in is actually made out of wood. It's a wooden box with steel books inside. And minus Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X. I don't understand what that's about. You've got all the other ones plus the remake, but no Jason Goes to Hell and no Jason X. Is anybody interested in picking this thing up? I think it looks cool. The fact that it comes inside of a wooden box is great. And a lot of the artwork here is kind of similar to, I've got several German media books for different Friday the 13th movies, and the artwork's pretty similar. Original Crystal Lake edition, maybe that's why. I don't know, but why have the remake in it? I don't know. It's odd, but so this is one of 3. There are 3 different variants, and each of them come with different artwork on the box and different artwork on the steelbooks. So let's take a look. There's part 1. I think that looks pretty cool. Very nice artwork on that one. Part 2. That one looks pretty dope too, I think. Although yeah, I thought that was like he had like a deformed leg, but it's kind of got the Maniac pose in the background. It's like it's Maniac in the background. They just removed the knife and gave him an axe. It's kind of interesting. Part 3, you've got the classic, Jason breaking through the window. And this is the image that inspired the look of Jason in the old NES game. That's why Jason's purple and blue in that game. The developers saw this image and went, oh, well, Jason's purple and blue. So there you go. Part 4. I don't know. Not a big fan of that one. Part 5. I think, good Lord, look how big that blade is. Holy crap. That's not a machete. That's I don't know what the hell you'd call that. My God. That blade is enormous. Holy crap. And oh my, look at the mask. The mask, the chevrons are upside down. The blue chevrons are upside down, and it's got a red chevron in the middle. What the hell? Is this AI? When I first saw this, I was like, oh no, that's not AI. But is that AI? I don't. That blade is so wonky, and the mask having. You got the chevrons upside down, which, I mean, if the chevrons were upside down, the blue ones, still, I'd be like, that's okay. Not a big deal. But you added the red chevron in the middle, too. Oh, Lord. There's part 6. That looks really cool. That looks really cool. Part 7. Also pretty cool, I think. Part 8. That's cool. That's cool. It's like Jason's taken the Flying V and has smashed it through the Statue of Liberty. That's pretty cool, I think. That's pretty cool. And the remake is, it's kind of, that one's kind of boring. But this is one of the box sets. Let's check on the other 2 real quick. So this is what that artwork looks a little wonky. You've got Jason from part 7 on that side, but that artwork there looks a little wonky too. Okay. For part 1, you've got the classic part 1 poster art. Love that. One of my favorite movie posters of all time. They went with this was the original Friday the 13th Part 2 poster art. And Paramount decided that was giving away too much. So instead of them creating a new poster art for it, they just blacked all that out. That's why the poster is just an all black silhouette with the logo on. It's kind of generic, I think, but that's what it was supposed to be. So I think that's kind of cool they're using that artwork. Part 3, the classic. That's pretty bad for part 4. Or does this Das letzte Kapitel? Does that mean the final chapter, or does that mean artwork to be determined? That's bad. Is that? Well, that's bad artwork for part 5. That's from the. Was that even part 5's artwork for the old DVD releases? That wasn't part 5. That was. I don't. No, that wasn't. That's really bad too. Good Lord. Part 6, you got the very old school DVD artwork for that one. My goodness. But you've got the part 3 mask down there. Part 7, classic DVD artwork. Classic DVD artwork for part 8 too. And here's the remake. And this is AI. This has to be AI. Look at that mask. He's got blue that's got to be AI. That's got to be AI. Gotta be. Ugh. Okay. All right. So let's check out the last one. And again, this is $350 US. If you're interested, $350 US. Here is the box. You've got more artwork for part 7 there. Oh, and you've got artwork for part 5 on the top. I like that. I like that. Showing part 5 some love. Here is the steelbook artwork for part 1. I like the blue coloring in the background there, but part 2, nice. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. This artwork was on. I've got a German media book with this artwork on it. Whoa. Look at Jason's hand. Did he accidentally cut off like two of his own fingers? And look at her face. Lord have mercy. Look, she's putting the axe in the back of her own head. She's swinging the axe into the back of her own head. Sweet Jesus. That is wonky. That is definitely some AI right there. Very bad AI. Good Lord. Classic Part 4 artwork there. Can't go wrong with that. Classic Part 5 artwork. You can't go wrong with that. Classic Part 6 artwork. You can't go wrong with that. Classic Part 7 artwork. Can't go wrong with that. And really like this artwork here for Part 8. You know, that's just beautiful artwork. I love that artwork for Part 8. Although they should, one of these editions should have had the I Love New York artwork that got, that the tourism, the New York Tourism Board told Paramount that they couldn't use. But that's cool. That's cool for Part 8. And the remake, classic artwork for the remake. So why are they using classic artwork for so many of these, but then using like this for Part 3? That is awful. Just put the Part 3 artwork on there. You know, Part 2 looks good. Part 1, I don't know why. Yeah. Odd. Very, very odd choices for the artwork on these. And if you guys want, I may go back and grab some of my German media books. If you guys want to take a look at them, we can take a look at them. So there's all three of the German Friday the 13th box sets that are coming out. I think they're coming out this month. They're available to pre-order from jpc.de. So, Lord have mercy, some of that artwork was bad. Goodness gracious. Let me catch up with the chat here. Wise Guy, what's up, Wise Guy? How you doing, sir? Oh, yeah, that's right. Demon Warp is the new VS release. Yes. No, I've not seen that one. I'm kind of tempted to maybe check it out because from what I've heard of it, it sounds pretty wild. So you're watching the original Friday the 13th in the theater on 35mm next Friday. Very cool. That is very cool. Horrid Films. Very nice. It's like $350 US. Way too pricey. I'll keep my Scream Factory edition. Don't know if I've heard of either of those guys. Oh, you've got the complete set of the padded media books. I've got a bunch of them. I'll go grab them here in a minute. They're very cool. Very cool. It has that AI stank to it. Yeah, it does. Definitely. What would a Scorsese Friday the 13th be like? Man. The only question would be, if De Niro plays Jason or DiCaprio plays Jason. Going to see parts 1 and 2 next Friday in the theater. Nice. Very cool. Oh, by the way, Jeremy and I are going to do a lunch with Jeremy stream on Friday the 13th. So keep your eyes peeled for that. That'll be fun. Not sure what Jeremy's going to want to pick to eat during our lunch with Jeremy Friday the 13th stream, but it'll be fun. By the way, if you guys haven't dropped a like on the stream, please do so. I'd appreciate that. It was really fun to visit the church from the fog and bar from Halloween 3. I've been there. I've been to both. And it was very cool visiting them. Very cool. That church is beautiful too. Beautiful church. Am I excited about Zach Kreger's Resident Evil? Yeah. I'll watch it. I think it'll be interesting to see what he does with it. What's up, Shane? How you doing? They should have you should have Shelly juggle these. Yeah, you should. The wood box is kind of cool. Yeah, the wood box is kind of cool. What's up, Trash Stash? What's up, Sasha Slashes? Yeah, the OG8 covers are beautiful. Love the artwork for all of those, really. The Tourism Board of New York ain't what it used to be. What movies do you want to see in Arrow's Video Store 2 box set? Very good question. Very good question. I was thinking about that the other day when they announced it. I was like, what could be in there? I wonder if they're going to do like another theme. Like if it's going to be, you know, like the last one was like Wizard video titles or, you know, not Full Moon, but the company before it became Full Moon. Charles Band stuff is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I'm excited to see what is included in that box set. The ones I have are great. Yes, they are very good. Very good. Yes, Turbine does do a great job with their media books. Beautiful, beautiful. Joe Pesci would play Jason. I don't know. If they allowed Jason to speak, then Pesci could play him. Like Pesci could like curse a victim out while he's slashing him with a machete. Remember when Jeremy woke me up for KFC at 8 a.m.? I don't remember that one specifically. He wakes me up early for a lot of things. Goodness. He wakes me up early for a lot of things. But him waking me up at 8 a.m. for KFC, that sounds like him. What's up, After Hours Video? How you doing, sir? Hope you're doing well. Oh, you're seeing Jason X on the big screen next Friday. Entertainment Wizard. Very cool. Joe Pesci would make a great little Jason. Yes, he would. Yeah, I've seen The Edge. It's been many, many years ago, though. I don't remember much about it, except the ending. I remember the ending pretty well. Empire, yes, thank you. Thank you, Chris. Empire. What would be cool with the video store box number 2 is like a Corman collection. And I know Scream Factory did a bunch of those. I don't know. Maybe I think Scream Factory kind of covered the Corman. They covered most of the Corman collection, I think. I don't know. I tell you guys what, I'm going to run back there and grab those Friday the 13th media books. I'll be back in a moment. Alrighty. I actually grabbed a couple of bonus German releases. We'll get to those here momentarily. So I've got padded media books and non-padded media books. So let's start Friday the 13th Part 5. And I love how they use the masks for these media books, the front and on the back. You get the inside of the masks. That is really cool. Very cool. But I kept the little L card, J card, whatever, that some of these came in. But this was the very first one I bought, of course, because, I mean, it's Part 5. This one is really freaking cool, though. Here's Part 2. Look at that eye. That is really cool. And the back is just, you know, the tater sack. It's the full view. Old tater sack. Let's see. What other padded ones do I have? Part 8. Love the mask on this one. A lot of detail in the mask, a lot of scratches. Really dinged up. Even on the inside, it's all dinged up. They did a good job with this one. Oh. And there's that artwork again. Very nice. Let's see. I know I've got a couple of more of the padded ones. No, actually, I've only got one more. And Part 6. And I'm not even open this one. I've just kept this one wrapped. So, but yeah, these padded media books are really, really nice. And the whole set of these came inside like a really cool looking box too. But I've got some non-padded media books here. There's Part 1. And this is really cool artwork too. Look at the notches in the axe handle. Very nice touch. Part 2. Love that artwork. Beautiful artwork. Part 3. So much better than what we're getting with the that new German box set. Part 4. Beautiful stuff there. Beautiful. And last but not least, of course, Part 5. And let's see, we got Roy and the gang on the back. Oh, well, I can't show that. Let me get a different one. There we go. So the inside, like the very first page, is the old school padded media book artwork. And the last page is the back of the media book, the padded media book artwork. So pretty cool. And I grabbed 3 other German releases for some non-Friday the 13th movies. And these are steelbooks, but they are lenticular steelbooks. There's Halloween 3. Beautiful, beautiful steelbook there. Beautiful. Halloween 4. And Halloween 5. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let me catch up with the chat here. I heard about that just before I went live. Brad Arnold from Three Doors Down passed away. Yeah. R.I.P. Brad Arnold. What's up, Mr. Flo? How you doing? Appreciate that, man. Thank you. What's the latest on the Crystal Lake series? I really don't know. Really don't know. I heard a rumor that the series is going to premiere in December, but don't know if that's true or not. What's up, Alan? How you doing? What's up, Crystal? Hope you're doing well. You're scared of scary movies, though. Oof. You got to face that fear. You got to face it to overcome it, though. There's Christian. How you doing, man? Just in time for some media books. We were just talking about the German box set that's coming out. The Steelbook set. What's up, Storm? Could I post a picture of me and Jeremy when we were kids? Perhaps. How can I stop being scared of scary movies? You've got to face that fear. You've got to face it head on to overcome it. Start with some horror movies that really aren't that scary. You know, start with what are some good intro to horror movies 101 that we can use to help Crystal get over her fear of horror movies. You know, I was thinking like I don't know, some 90s slashers. They're not that scary, but they're fun. You know? And then just kind of work your way up. The German media book for the part 1 media book sells for over €200. Really? Well, I mean, yeah, these are all long out of print. Okay, will do. The padded media books are known as Wadiertz media books in Germany. Interesting. Let's see how text-to-speech handles that word.
Planich says, the padded media books are known as Wadiertz media books in Germany. Essentially exactly that, a padded or insulated media book.
It did a pretty good job. Did a pretty good job. Top 3 comedy movies. Oof. It's been so long since I've seen a comedy. The Jerk would be up there. Fletch would be up there. You know what the last movie was that I watched that really cracked me up? Was Tucker and Dale versus Evil. So I'll add that to the list. It's comedy horror, or horror comedy. So I'll add that to the list. Movie Land Mayhem, how are you doing? What's up, Orc? How you doing, sir? Are You Afraid of the Dark? Yeah, look into watching Are You Afraid of the Dark? Some old episodes of that. Those are great. Man, I love those. Oh, you guys want to see something else cool? So, David Cronenberg was doing a signing up in Canada recently. And got me a Scanners mini poster. Signed by Mr. Cronenberg. I figured, this is probably the only way I'm going to get a Cronenberg signature. So, he does the occasional convention, but the closest one he's ever done to me, I think, is Texas Frightmare. And that's really not that close. So, but, yeah. Very cool. Ooh, that's a tough one, Derek. I'm pretty sure the first DVD I bought, the first horror DVD I bought was The Dentist. The Corbin Burnson Dentist. First horror Blu-ray? Oh, man. I really don't remember. First horror VHS? I don't think I remember that either, to be honest. But I for some reason, The Dentist being the first horror DVD I bought. That one sticks out. I don't know why. But there you go. The Dentist. Well, I mean, Crystal, maybe horror's just not your genre. I mean, that's fine. If horror's not your genre, that's fine. But, I think there's gateway horror that could definitely help you out there. The TV series Are You Afraid of the Dark would be a good starting point, I think. Or like I said, some 90s horror movies, some 90s slashers, They're fun movies. They're not necessarily scary, but they're fun. But, horror just may not be your genre, and that's fine. That's fine. Where would I rank the 1974 Black Christmas overall versus other horror? Man. It would definitely be in my top 10 somewhere. I think it would definitely be in my top 10. The Dentist is terrifying if you're afraid of dentists. For sure. Yeah. Big time. I actually watched that movie with a group of people one time, long time ago. And most of them were not horror fans. So they had no idea what they were in for. And every time there was one of those scenes, they would, recoil and, reel. And I would just laugh so freaking hard, man. I'm surprised. And they actually said through, I'm pretty sure all of it. But it was like a group of people who just were not horror fans. And it was like on, a movie channel. And I somehow talked everybody into watching it. And turned out to be a pretty fun time. When are we going to get the Mom Pizzal and Jeremy Donnie Darko live commentary stream? I don't know, man. That would be, I don't know. I don't know about that one. I'm afraid Mom would give a, she'd have stories to tell. Stories that I don't want anybody else to know. Your first horror Blu-ray was Sleepy Hollow. Nice. Shaun of the Dead, yep. That's a great horror comedy, for sure. I do like Cape Fear, yep. I do. Your first horror VHS purchase was Dawn of the Dead, the 2-tape set. Makes your teeth hurt talking about the dentist. Yeah, I've got some conventions coming up. Full Moon in Nashville in April. That one's a for sure at this point. And beyond that, let's see, FrankenCon in Knoxville, Tennessee. Those are the two that are like for sures at this point. I would really love to go to Living Dead Weekend, considering that this is probably going to be the last one. I just don't know if that's going to happen. I would love it though. And there's always, Scarefest in the fall. So that's a possibility too. What guests are you most excited for at this year's FrankenCon? Let me see if they've added anybody. I know they've got Michelle Bauer, Linnea Quigley, and Brink Stevens. That's cool. Let's see. Who else have they got? They've got Rhonda Shear back again. Very cool. They've got Brian Brimmer back again. Camille Keaton. That's cool. They've got the dude from Toxic Avenger. They got a few Toxic Avenger people. They must be trying to put together a Toxic Avenger reunion. Oh, they've got Frank Farrell coming this year, who co-wrote and co-produced Spookies. Nice. May have to. Oh man, do I want to? I don't know. I don't know if I want to take the Spookies original one sheet out of the house. I am getting excited about Full Moon's lineup this year. They've got a pretty cool lineup of celebs this year so far. Derek Mears is going to be there. I've never met Derek Mears before. Ray Wise. Sherilyn Finn is going to be there. That's really cool. Emily Perkins is going to be there. That's cool. Amy Steele. I've met Amy Steele in the past, but, might meet her again. Alex Vincent's going to be there. Definitely going to have to get something signed for Jeremy from Alex Vincent. Patty Mullen, Frankenhooker is going to be there. That's cool. And they added what was the guy's name? Danny from Nightmare on Elm Street 4 and 5. Although it's not on the website though. But they have added him too. Definitely have to get something signed from him for Jeremy also. Hey, what's up, Garrett? How you doing, man? We got to make Living Dead Weekend happen. Are you going?
Ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby.
Piz, besides Mirage, 1990, is there any other 70s, 80s, 90s slasher that hasn't been released in digital format yet and has been long awaited?
It's a good question, but thank you, Capitolia, for the 5 Peruvian Soul. Appreciate that. Is there any 70s, 80s, 90s slashers that hasn't been released? Well, I mean, Psycho Cop is at the top of that list for me. I love me some Psycho. I mean, there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot. But Psycho Cop is at the top of that list. And we're talking about US releases, right? So Psycho Cop is at the top of that list for me. Let's see. Cheerleader Camp, that one would be on the list as well. I'm on the spot. I'm drawing a blank. Jeez. I'm trying to think back to some of my physical media wish list videos. Well, Paper House, of course. I love Paper House so much. Pin is a great one. That one deserves a new release for sure. I mean, there's a lot. Unfortunately, there's still a lot of movies that, you know, there's still a lot of movies that never made the jump from VHS to anything else. You know, there's Summer Camp Nightmare. There's what's that one? Nightmare Weekend. Blood Beach. I know a lot of people love Blood Beach. That's always one when I do one of those videos. Lots of people mention Blood Beach. Yeah. There's a lot. There's still a lot out there. You know. Every year that the list shortens, but there's still more out there. But thank you, Capitolia. Appreciate that. Manny, how you doing, sir? Hope you're doing well. Haven't heard. Well, I was actually talking about that one a little earlier. I saw that one last year. It's been out for a long time in Europe. And I didn't go to Europe to see it, but I saw it last year, and it's just not very good, unfortunately. It's just not very good. You're going to try your best to be there, Garrett? Let's see, when is Living Dead Weekend happening again? Let's see, when is that? June 12th through 14th. Really want to make it happen, because this in all likelihood is the last one, or at least the last one they're going to do at the Monroeville Mall. So, and I'd love to go to the cemetery from Night of the Living Dead. There's the George Romero Museum. I'd like to go to that. You know, I'm sure if I tell Tom Savini I'm going to be in town, he'll take me on a tour of his special effects school. So, what's up, Husker? How you doing? Sorority House Massacre 2 and... Was there a Sorority House Massacre 3? Sorority House Massacre 2 absolutely needs a Blu-ray. And Slumber Party Massacre 3 needs a 4K. Love me some Nightmare on the 13th Floor. All is great. Hope all is well with yourself. Yeah, doing pretty good, man. Just chilling on a Saturday night. Shooting the bull, you know. Oh, Hard to Die. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Hard to Die. I like to think of Hard to Die as a as a Sorority House Massacre 2 reimagining. They just transplanted Sorority House Massacre 2 from a sorority house into like a high-rise building and added M16s into the mix. But yes, both of those need new releases, without a doubt. It is. Both of them are masterpieces in my book. Both masterpieces. The Creep Show house, yeah. There you go. I also want to go to the mine, the Wampum Mine, and walk through it. That'd be really cool. By the way, when is that freaking Day of the Dead 4K coming out from Scream Factory? Has anybody heard any news on that? No, Manny, Wampum. The Wampum Mine, where they filmed Day of the Dead. I've never seen this shield before. Is that the new moderator badge? It's an actual badge? When did that happen? Used to just be like a check mark, right? Or something like that? Now it's a full-on badge. Wow. By the way, Chris, go ahead and post a link to Retro Crypt in the chat, so everybody can go pick up some of those awesome shirts of yours. Joey, how you doing, man? No, not going to watch the Super Bowl tomorrow. Nah. Oh, that's right. It was a wrench. It was a wrench. Now it's a badge. That's even better. I think, yeah, that's better. The badge is better than the wrench. The wrench was cool. The badge is better. That really shows that you have authority. And that your authority is to be respected at all costs. Is there any remake you'd like to see? I can't really think of one off the top of my head. Yeah, doing good, Joey. Hope you are too. Hope you're having a good weekend. By the way, what are your all's plans for Super Bowl Sunday? You going to have like a bunch of people over? You going to have a Super Bowl party with snacks and drinks and all that good stuff? I don't even know who's in the Super Bowl, to be honest. No idea.
Shirts. We all wear them, and you can get them just about anywhere. But let's be honest, most of them are lazy, overpriced, or just not made for us. That's why Retro Crypt is proud to announce Crypt Drip. Made specifically with the subhumanoid in mind, we've developed one of the finest t-shirts on the market. They feature unique and original designs, usually hand-drawn by me, and never using AI. And they are printed on what is, in my opinion, the best t-shirt money can buy. They don't shrink, they barely fade, they're soft and comfy, and honestly only get better with age. And most importantly, they're priced at only $19.99. So while we can't stop them from sitting in their ivory towers pumping out low-effort shirts at exorbitant prices, what we can do is try to carve out a space for ourselves, with products for us at prices that don't leave a bad taste in our mouth. And this is my attempt to do just that. So go to retrocryptco.com, get hooked up, and help keep Retro Crypt the world's #1 purveyor of subhumanoid lifestyle products.
I actually didn't mean for that to just pop off. I was going to do like an intro to it, but OBS and Retro Crypt had a mind of its own there, so. I think, yep, that was it. That was it. We just got hacked by Retro Crypt Co. Let's see. Who's in the Super Bowl? Patriots and Seahawks? Okay. So Bill Belichick's back in there, right? I'm just kidding. I know he's not with the Seahawks anymore. And no, he should not be in the Hall of Fame. He's a cheater. He's a scoundrel. I don't even want to talk about it. Here's what I'll be doing for Super Bowl Sunday. I'll be watching Date with a Vampire. That's time far better spent. I was never a big fan of Faces of Death. I mean, I think I saw maybe parts of one or two of them, and a lot of the stuff was like fake, or there was like video of like an execution or something. I don't know. It just wasn't my thing. Wasn't my thing. His 26-year-old girlfriend was mad about that. Look, I'm not gonna. All right, I'm not gonna. They're both consenting adults, okay? So I'm not gonna poop on him for dating a much, much younger woman. Love is love, and that relationship is 100% love. Has nothing to do with money or status or clout. It's love. Anybody with vision can see that. It's been pretty good so far, Jackson. Just hung out, did some cleaning down here, some dusting. I watched Play Misty for Me, the Clint Eastwood movie, for the first time in about 20 years. Just randomly, it was like, oh, I've not seen that in a long time. I think I'll watch that. So I watched that. And then Jeremy and I went and got some KFC. And so, yeah, not a bad Saturday. Not a bad Saturday. You know, Boogie, you know, Manny, I was thinking about giving you a shield, but you're turning out to be a real troll. Okay? No, I didn't get Ozone or Violent New Breed. Sure didn't. But, how could I pass up that? I mean, look at that. I don't know if I could even show that. What's going on the back here? I can't even show you what's going on the back here. Filthy. Yeah, I did hear about that. Yeah, there's some kind of dispute over the mask. Right? That's the dispute, right? And I wonder, isn't it odd that they've decided to, start this dispute now with the movie's release, just, a couple of weeks away? But I did hear about that. Yes. And by the way, I'm just joking about the whole Bill Belichick thing. I don't care who he's dating. That's his business. And look, if you refuse to put professional athletes in the Hall of Fame who have cheated in some form or another, it'd be empty. It'd be empty. The only problem is they got caught. I think they got caught a few times, right? So they just weren't very good at it. Belichick, I mean. So. Is there a movie where if you see it on, you have to watch it? For you, it's Shawshank. Not like back in the day, you know. Back in the day, there was, for sure. Like if I was just channel scrolling and, you know, a Friday the 13th was on USA, I watched it. You know. If I was scrolling or surfing the channels and, you know, something like, I don't know, Beastmaster was on, I watched it. There were a lot of movies back in the day. If I caught them on TV, I watched them. If Ty Cobb's in the Hall of Fame, any player coach should be eligible. Well, they're very, you know, they're finally, Pete Rose is in there now, right? Didn't they let him in? And they waited until after he died to let him in? I mean, look, the only issue is, like, if you've been, like, Barry Bonds just needs to say, yeah, I mean, I was juiced out of my gourd all those years. You know, him denying it is just, he's either so, he either thinks everybody on the planet is stupid, or he is just so thin-skinned, so just weak-minded, that he refuses to admit it. When he was juiced up, yeah, there's no doubt about it. So I think if you're upfront about it, it's like, yeah, look, everybody was doing it. I felt like I had to do it in order to compete and keep my job and feed my family and blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Who cares? Major League Baseball profited like crazy when all those players were juiced out of their minds. So, hey, what's up, Tony? How you doing, sir? The Halloween TV series is held because the script is not finished right now, but I heard they will start filming soon. Well, if that's the case, I hope they, you know, finish the script first, and that it's pretty good before they start filming. No, Dominic, no. No. The only Little Debbie cake that is an addiction to me is the Christmas tree cakes. There is no other Little Debbie cake that compares. It's not even close. I remember renting a Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 for like a sleepover at a buddy's house way back in the day. So, I don't remember any others really, though. I remember doing screenings of Psycho Cop for people, for groups of people back in the day. Because I love to see people's reaction to that movie. And so I used to do like screenings for people. for Psycho Cop back in the day. USA, that was the best USA network of the 80s and 90s. Best network, period. All time. That you're right. Bonds, McGuire, and Sosa were the best thing to happen to baseball in the 90s. Period. That home run race got people watching baseball again. Got people excited for baseball again. Hey, what's up, Donnie? Thank you very much. Hope you're doing well. Barry Bonds is arrogant. That's his problem. Yes, he's extremely arrogant. Extremely, yes. Yes, if you've not dropped a like on this stream, please do so. I would appreciate that. We do. We desperately need we desperately need Psycho Cop. We do. From the look of the trailer, Kevin Williamson has turned out a great Scream movie. I think he's one of the best writers ever, and he wrote Scream 7. Well, I mean, I do really hope it's good. Like, I hope it's really good. I hope it's really good. I hope it's just a fun slasher with some surprises. That would be great. No, Derek, I've never heard of Crypt. Never heard of that. Horror Full. How are you doing? Thank you for hanging out with us. Oh, by the way, did you all hear about the All-American Massacre's finally coming out? Did you guys hear about that? Are you excited? Finally, it's coming out. After all these years. Davey, how you doing, sir? How's your Saturday going? Hope you're having a good one. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we're getting A24, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, a new movie and a new TV series. Both are in the works. I just don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with a TV series for that. But I don't know. I'm down for a new movie. Just don't know about that TV series. Saturday is going all right. Very much looking forward to the big game tomorrow and hanging out with friends and fam. Who are you rooting for? Seahawks or the Patriots? Got a new car battery. Winter killed the old one. That sucks. That sucks. Nothing. I heard a rumor that it's supposed to come out in December. Other than that, nothing. It's in the can. I imagine they're editing it now. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I still have difficulty wrapping my mind around a Friday the 13th series, but I don't know. You're a Redskins fan, so I'll just be rooting for a very entertaining, well-played game. Oh, who is doing the halftime show? Bad Bunny. I don't know if I've heard a Bad Bunny song. I did not know it was from Bad Bunny. Who is Bad Bunny? Bad Bunny is an American rapper and singer. Let's see. Dubbed the King of Latin Trap, Bad Bunny is credited with helping Spanish language rap music achieve mainstream popularity worldwide. He is considered one of the best Latin rappers of all time. Let's see, what are some of his songs? Monaco, Mi Porto Bonito, La Canción, Ojitos Lintos, No Mi Conochi. I don't think I've heard any of this.
Ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby.
Waiting on that greasy strangler series. Open mouth smile, open mouth smile, open mouth smile.
Bro. Ugh. Appreciate the $1.99 Taco Bell Lugosi, but no. Just no. Bad Bunny's wrestled for WWE? Really? I've only seen Bad Bunny and Happy Gilmore 2. Never heard a song. There's also the Real American halftime show. So, is there like a double bill for the halftime show? Piers, you just cursed my grandma out with that word. Was it conchito? I don't think I pronounced that correctly. The only words I really remember from Spanish class are the dirty words. And not that we were taught those. We had to, we all looked those up and memorized them, so. I think Bad Bunny had a few WWE matches. Seriously? Really? Wow. Okay. That's interesting. Kid Rock is having a halftime show on YouTube to counter. Okay. Interesting. No, can't say dirty words in Spanish. Just can't do it. Can't do it. Did Monster Squad get a 4K? Monster Squad got a 4K from Kino last year, wasn't it? They've made the halftime show political now. Everything's political, bro. Everything's politicized. Can't have anything nice anymore. Can't have any fun anymore. Well, the halftime show thing is so lame. Horful actually did a video going through the whole 2026 catalog. Go check that video out. Yeah, there's some good stuff in there though. Really like the new Hellraiser stuff they're doing. there was a bunch of stuff that stuck out to me. Cronenberg top 3, man. I may have a controversial number 1 pick. I love Crash. I freaking love that movie. I love how dark and nihilistic and just cold, and I just love that about that movie. You know, I also really like The Dead Zone. And neither one of those are like your typical Cronenberg movies. You know, you think Cronenberg, you think body horror. I don't know. I think Cronenberg and I think of Crash. You know, I think of The Dead Zone. I really liked The End of Violence. I thought that was really good too. I like Existenz also. Nobody really ever talks about that one. I really liked, and Spider. I really liked Spider too, and nobody talks about Spider. A History of Violence. That's right. What did I say? Did I say The End of Violence? History of Violence. Yeah. Great movie. Love Viggo's performance in that one. You like that RoboCop mask? It's a cool one. I like the horse, oh gosh, the bad guy, the main bad guy in RoboCop. I like his mask. Oh, it's the 30th anniversary of Crash. Cool. Yeah, I mean, Cronenberg's got, you know, he's been extremely consistent over the years. There's no doubt about that. You're excited for the Hellraiser game? When's that coming? When's that one coming out? Kind of seems like that one should already be out. Yes, that minion, the gate minion. Yeah, I want that too.
Ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby.
Hey Piz, loved for 2026 physical media wish list today. PS Cheerleader Camp.
Nico, thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that. Love the 2026 physical media wish list. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, Cheerleader Camp. You know, such a shame. If I recall correctly, whoever owns the rights to that one, they just want way too much to license it. Because I know that at least one boutique label has made multiple inquiries about it, and whoever owns the rights just, you know, they think they're sitting on a gold mine. So they just want way too much. That sucks. But thanks, Nico. I appreciate that, man. Clarence Boddicker. Yeah. That's a cool looking mask. Eastern Promises was a good one too. Yep. I like that one also. I also really liked the last movie he did. Oh gosh, what was it called? The Shrouds. I really liked that one too. That was on my top 5 movies of last year. I'm good with that. I'm good with that, Manny. That sounds like a fun time to me. Man, these this lo-fi beats, man, really just chill. Super chill. I love it. Matt, are you coming back to Full Moon this year? Have you made arrangements? By the way, thank you all for 67 likes on the stream. If you've not dropped a like, please do so. I'd appreciate that. Yes, very, very, very soul soothing. Yes. Yes. How's the weather in Kentucky? It's actually been a lot better. It's still cold, but it's been sunny, and the temperatures have been above freezing. So a lot of the ice and snow is gone, which is great. Still cold, just the ice and snow has gone away. You plan on it? Okay, cool. Cool. What's up, Tom? Doing good. Jeremy and I are both doing good. Both had a good Saturday. Very chill Saturday. Any movies you think deserve a 4K scan? Absolutely. This one right here. And that's it. That's the only movie. No. You know what's funny is in the comments on my my 2026 physical media wish list, which if you missed that video, go check it out. There were a lot of comedies, and I was like, wait a minute, why are all these comedies not on 4K? And like some obvious ones, like Dumb and Dumber doesn't have a 4K. And there's so many comedies that people mentioned that aren't on 4K, and I guess there's just not, you know, I don't know. Maybe the comedy community, is there even a comedy movie community? I mean, are there even comedies anymore? I watch your videos when you went to Spirit Christmas. You say everything funny. I enjoy that. Well, cool. I'm glad you do. Jackson. Appreciate that. Super Dude. Yes, I've seen the Boogans. It's been a few years. But yeah, I've seen the Boogans. Nico, you saw Send Help and really dug 28 Years Later, Bone Temple 2. Okay. Now binging the old Streets of San Francisco episodes. Great throwback. Meat and Potatoes, cop drama with Michael Douglas. Cool. I've not seen Send Help yet, but I hear good things. Did I see Iron Lung? Yes. No, I've not seen Iron Lung. I would like to, though. I've heard mixed things about it, but I'm, really happy for Markiplier. I mean, that it's made a lot of money. It was doing so well that, like, they took it off of the box office charts. Did y'all see that? Like, it was removed from the box office charts because, like, we can't have this, little indie movie from this YouTube guy, outperforming the big studio stuff. We can't have that. We got to remove that. But I think that's great for him, I think that's great. And he financed that himself too, right? He didn't do did he do like a crowdfund for it, or did he do that all out of his own pocket? So, I mean, I think that's awesome. $3 million budget. Have you seen I Was a Teenage Werewolf, the Michael Landon movie? It's been a long time, but yeah, I've seen it. Is this a booty call? Yeah, okay.
Come and get me, Daddy. It's all yours.
I know. All right. Well, I'm gonna go here. I've got everybody on mute, so. But give me a call.
Later.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Bye.
I'm muted. I thought. Okay. Eli, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, if you've not dropped a like on the stream, please do so. I'd appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Is there a horror movie that you consider to be the quintessential 80s horror movie? Ooh. Probably The Lost Boys. I mean, it doesn't get much more 80s than that. And it's one of the greatest movies of the 80s. J. Scott Films, you recently got back into collecting movies. Cool. Purchased a bunch, got rid of them. Yeah, I mean, I feel that. Yeah. I've recently had to, go back into my collection and to make room for the new. I had to get rid of some of the old, and if it was a movie that I hadn't watched in a long time or had no desire to watch again anytime soon, I pulled it. So, and that freed up a lot of room for, some newer stuff. So, they want Piz to play Leatherface in A24 series. Well, all I'll say about that is that, I've taken a couple of phone calls. That's all I can say about it. There's a theory that films are made deliberately bad to fuel the I'll catch it on streaming mentality, to get people furthermore hooked on subscription services. I mean, there's a lot of bad movies. So, that's funny, Shane. Yeah, that somebody asked me that a little earlier, Brian. I'm more excited for the movie. I don't know how they're gonna, I don't know how well Chainsaw is gonna translate into a television series. But new movie, sure. Television series, I mean, I'll watch it, but I don't know. I just don't know. But I feel the same way about Friday the 13th. I don't know how that's going to translate into a television series, but we're going to find out soon. So. Do I think The Exorcist is the horror film of the 70s or Chainsaw? Man, that's a tough question. I mean, for me, it's Chainsaw because I think Chainsaw has been far more influential over the years. But I mean, The Exorcist is a masterpiece. So I would go with Chainsaw, but The Exorcist is a masterpiece. So horror hot takes. And I really don't have any guilty pleasure watches. I mean, if I like a movie, like I don't have any guilt for any movie that I like. And I like a lot of really bad movies. But I no guilt. No guilt. A horror hot take, I don't know. I mean, the only horror hot take that really comes to mind is, Terrifier is overrated. The whole series is really overrated, massively overrated, I think. And I really like part 2, but still, I think it's overrated. The Saw franchise, I also thought was super overrated. So, but if they are bringing it back, I could care less. Yeah, I don't know if I buy into that theory, but yeah, there's a lot of bad movies, but I think the bad movies are just due to incompetence, really, more so than, I think it's just incompetence. Just people making bad movies. You think Hellraiser is massively overrated? I mean, I would disagree, but you're entitled to your own opinion. Am I picking up the Cabin Fever steelbook? Nah, probably not. I like that movie, but I've not had the desire to watch it again in a long time. Hey, Horror Collections 13, how you doing, sir? Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great Saturday. Thanks for dropping in. Well, let's see here. We've been going for about 2 hours. Anything else on your all's minds you want to talk about? If you've not dropped a like on the stream, please do so. I'd appreciate that. By the way, I've got a I've got a review of the Arrow 4K for the Visitor. That's going to be dropping maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday. Might try and have it ready for my early access for my patrons tomorrow. But that was a wild movie. That's going to be a fun one to review. So, let's see. The Jeremy Lunch with Jeremy Friday the 13th stream on Friday the 13th. That's going to happen around noon Eastern Standard Time. So that'll be fun. I've also got reviews for the Arrow Westworld 4K coming very soon. What else have I got lined up? No, I've got a couple other things lined up. So, Jaws is overrated. Shield members, you know what to do. I don't play around with that, Mike. You should know better. I think you're just trolling, Mike. You're just trolling. Patriots or Seahawks? I don't know. I don't know which one. I have no idea. I've not watched a single game this year. I don't know. I have no vested interest in either. So. I had a Jaws thing around here. Where'd it go? I was cleaning my desk here and I moved it, and now I want it. I don't know what I did with it. Ah, well, who cares? How many movies do I find myself watching in any given week? Ooh. It fluctuates. It depends on, different factors. Like today, I was just chilling, scrolling through Prime, and there was Play Misty for me. And I've not seen Play Misty for me in years, so I was like, I'm going to watch that. So I just sat and watched Play Misty for me. So it just kind of depends. I mean, at least bare minimum, a couple a week, at least, Thanks, Work, you too, man. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Thank you so much for the package you sent, Piz. Everything was amazing, especially the Jeremy sticker. Cool. I'm glad you got that. Glad that got there in one piece. I may need counseling. I have a new hopeless addiction, the Fantastic Four. Oh, the Fantastic 4K sets of old. I thought you were saying the Fantastic Four. That new Fantastic Four movie was like your new addiction. Because that's that's an addiction. Rehab can't even help you with that. Fantastic 4K sets of old and really old titles being re-released by the revamped Hammer Studios. They're phenomenal, and I have all but one. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. How old is Hemingway? Oh, man. He's got to be... He's got to be pushing 15 or 16 at this point. So, I mean, he's getting up there. He's getting up there. It Follows is overrated. Eli, ban yourself, Eli. Put yourself in a timeout. I've still not seen the new Toxic Avenger movie either. I've heard pretty much nothing but good things about it too. Ignite has pretty much already announced that it's happening. Bride of Reanimator 4K. I don't think there's a release date yet, but it's happening. $10 movies a week. Very cool. Oh, if you had a backstage pass to witness the making of any movie, what would you choose? Oh, gosh. Man, there's so many. I mean, oh, gosh. Gosh, there's so many. I don't know if I can narrow it down. I mean, gosh, I'd love to, Pieces, Chainsaw, although I'd want to be like in a, air-conditioned bubble for Chainsaw. Halloween, of course, Friday the 13th, of course. The Burning, of course. Heat would be one. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot. Thoughts on Undertone? I'm hearing great things about it. I'll definitely be there to check it out. Oh, well, and of course, probably, well, definitely Death Wish. I think the behind the scenes of Death Wish 3 would be more entertaining, but I love Death Wish 2 so much, I'd have to pick behind the scenes of Death Wish 2. But what Bronson movie is your favorite or top movie? Gosh, man. Probably Death Wish 2. I just love me some Death Wish 2. Blade Runner, yep, that'd be a good one to, be behind the scenes for sure. Multi-Revelator. I've told this story many, many times. My very first movie theater experience was Jason Goes to Hell. I went there with members of my church youth group after Sunday service. One of the guys' mothers drove us all in their family van to go watch Jason Goes to Hell after Sunday service. It was a great night. Great, great night. Oh, Brenton, you'll be watching Friday the 13th for the first time on Friday the 13th. Very nice. Wow. Lucky you, man. Goodness. Lucky you. That is very cool. I love Death Wish 4 too. I love all the Death Wish movies. I like the Crackdown 2. I have not pre-ordered the Salem's Lot 4K, but I am very excited for it. Very excited. Your backstage pass would be any of the Evil Deads. That'd be a fun one. Yeah, that'd be a fun one. Mr. Majestic. Great movie. What was the first movie to really freak me out? Halloween 2. I watched Halloween 2 at a very young age, and it was the scene where Ben Tramer gets hit by the cop car and smashed into the hippie van, and then it all blows up. That was like, whoa. Yeah. That one took me by surprise. Talk about adding insult to injury. I'm excited for the Jason Goes to Hell documentary too. I think it's coming out soon. Ooh, backstage at the original Dracula. Nice. I think it'd be cool to be backstage at Bram Stoker's Dracula. Watching, Coppola and Gary Oldman and, Keanu and Winona. I think that'd be pretty cool. A Simple Plan is a great movie. Yes. It's also a really good book. The reason why the Vestron Collector's Editions are so expensive now is because, I mean, they've just upped the quality of, like, I think the packaging and honestly, I think a big part of it too is because they've discovered what a huge collector's market it is. So, you know, they can bump up the prices, and a lot of people will still pay it. But they have increased the quality of the releases. So you factor that into it, but at the same time, well, and if you remember back when the Vestron Collectors series first started, they were a little expensive. And then they started coming down to being very affordable. Now they're back up to being expensive again. So nope, not a WWE fan. I've not watched wrestling in years. Backstage at any David Lynch movie, that would be an experience. I think I would like to see Blue Velvet, the backstage of that. That'd be fun. Lost Highway too. I love Lost Highway. Yeah, both of those. Ooh, Chris is not a fan of Lionsgate. I mean, those releases some of them are really nice. I mean, that Frailty release they did was really nice. The American Psycho one they did was really nice. But gosh, there's just been so many American Psycho releases, and I already own at least 2 or 3. I can't, can't do it anymore. I would go backstage at Rob Zombie's Halloween so that I could stop it from happening. I would prevent it from happening. Yes. Manhunter is on the same level of Silence of the Lambs. I love Michael Mann. It was Michael Mann's like 82nd or 83rd birthday the other day. And the dude's still going strong. He's got Heat 2 coming out, or he's going into making Heat 2. So, I mean, he's still doing his thing at 80 something years old, Good for him. All right, Trash Stash, take care. Have a good one. Yeah, Manhunter's great. I'm a huge Michael Mann fan. Nobody makes a crime thriller like Michael Mann. The king of the crime thriller. The Descent 4K Steelbook is sweet, but I had to go to Second Market and pay out of my keister. I think the pirates jumped on it, and the limited run didn't help. Yeah, aren't all the Lionsgate new stuff now? Aren't they all limited too? So I mean, they can up the price on those because they're limited. And when you announce something is limited, that automatically, that's ringing the FOMO bell for a lot of collectors. Oh. I agree, Chris. The Miami Vice movie, it's not perfect. It's got some flaws, but I really like it. Really like it. Thief is such a great movie. Manhunter, Heat is one of my all-time favorite movies. Collateral, I think, is really underrated. Never hear anybody really talk about Collateral, but that's a great one. A lot of people forget that he directed The Last of the Mohicans. Did Last of the Mohicans. That's a pretty good movie. What was The Insider? Good stuff. Of course, y'all know I love The Keep. Michael Mann hates it, but I love it. I've either liked or loved pretty much everything he's done. Oh yeah, that's Collateral, Nico. That's Collateral. Great movie. Watching any movie tonight before bed? No. I'm probably gonna edit a video and that's about it. That's true, Orc. That's true. You see a diner scene in a Michael Mann movie, you know things are about to get real. Yes, the imprint big box for The Keep was just tremendous. Well, folks, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night there. I'm on the verge of losing my voice. But I want to give a big shout out to all of you. A big cheers from my Jason Kuzi for hanging out with me on this Saturday night. I appreciate it. Appreciate y'all taking the time out to just hang out and have a good time. Shoot the bull for a couple hours. And all that good stuff. So let me do some shout outs here and then we'll call it a night. Big shout out to my buddy Nico. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Very kind of you. Shout out to Taco Bela Lugosi for the $1.99. And shout out to Capitolia for the $5 Peruvian Soul. Appreciate that. And let's see who is still with me here. Tony Frymare, Jackson Bolt, Third Martin, my boy Chris, Slasher Home Video. Go check out retrocryptco.com. My man Orc, Twisted Trucker, Shane, Granular Spirit. There's Nico. Derek Jana, Chew Bubblegum. Let's see who else was here. Raider Dave O. Thank you for being here, sir. Berserker Cinema 75. Ben Grimm. The man, the myth, the legend. Ben Grimm, thank you for being here, sir. Shane Schiffen, thank you for being here. Kazuma Kirui, thank you for being here. J. Scott Films. Geff House, thank you. Let's see. Dream Emulator. My boy Matt, Dream Emulator. Thank you for being here, sir. And that is as far up as the chat will let me go. But Boogie Manny was here. Thank you for being here tonight, hanging out with us, sir. Let's see if I can go on memory. Horror Collections 13 was here. Thank you for hanging out with us, sir. Eli Cortez, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. All right. Well, you guys have a great rest of your Saturday night. Have a great Super Bowl Sunday. If you missed my 2026 physical media wish list video, that was posted today. If you're not following me on social media, all those links are in the description. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I'm on X, but I don't really do a whole lot over there. But yeah, I appreciate it, y'all. Have a great rest of your night. I'll see you again soon. Until then, peace.